Did you miss us? I know you did, because baby, we back in the words of Scooter. I'm always going to say that. So welcome to the Soapwire podcast brought to you by the TV Cave, where you get our views on our stories. That means Neen's views and Ashley Sheree view over here on how we feel about our stories. So please don't forget the Soapwire is sponsored by Katie Waltman Jewelry and offers elegant handcrafted pieces from stackable rings and gold-filled bracelets to personalized charms featured in Elle, InStyle, Oprah.com, and worn by celebrities such as Molly Sims. So enjoy an exclusive discount using our promo code, okay, at katiewaltman.com. The promo code is SOAPWIRE. That's together, not apart. And thank you so much for joining us. So get over to Katie Waltman. It is this holiday season time, and make sure that you use the Soapwire promo code. All right. So let's get into it. I am Ashley Sheree, and this is
Hey y'all, it's your girl Deneen.
Hey everyone. So also just really stating this might be kind of like a thankful episode. Of course, we're going to talk about the past 2 weeks, noting I was sick and I had came back from California, so your girl was out of commission. So we missed last week. So this week might be a little bit of a combination between last week and this week's episode since it's so short. And also we might just talk a little bit more about, why we're thankful for our stories, what they mean to us, and just maybe Thanksgiving episodes in the past. So, it's kind of like a freestyle a little bit. And also noting that next week, since the episodes are so limited and we might touch on them this week, it's going to be no episode the week of December 1st, and we'll be back the week of December 8th. So then that way we'll be able to really talk about stories. So remember, no Soapwire podcast the week of December 1st, but a new episode of Soapwire podcast will be coming during the December 8th week, which would be, I believe, December 10th. So let's get right on into it. Hey, girl. Hey,
Hey,
Need.
it's been a couple of weeks. How are you?
Girl, surviving and maintaining, and I need to change that to thriving.
Mm,
But I'm excited about this episode because I also wanted to kind of talk about like, I feel like people may know kind of the sense of why I got into stories, but we'll talk about that too a little bit more. But I want to know for breaking news, instead of breaking news, which there really isn't, when did you get into stories and why are you thankful for stories? And then I'll share my feelings, my
mm.
piece.
So I have been watching my stories since I was a kid. I'm a third generation soap opera girly. So like my grandma, my mom, me and my sister, my niece, she's fourth generation. She know characters, but she ain't gonna like tap in, you know? I feel like I grew up on ABC soap, so like all my children, One Life to Live, Port Charles, General Hospital. So like very familiar with those. But I think a lot of it became like a comfort thing as well as a connection among generations. Like, excited to come home and have that VCR recording, like what was going on, what was watched, like yeah. So what am I in my 30s? So yeah, I've been watching soap operas for 30 plus years. Like
Since I always say since the womb, we've been watching stories.
man, man.
And it's just so crazy. It's just like I feel like it's such a staple,
Yeah.
the stories. Like we've been accustomed to recast. We understand that that's going to happen, but if you have a good actor, it really doesn't matter to us. What matters is just like the nostalgic and making sure that the core families are still there and making sure that they also honor the history. And I think, like you were saying too, not only I think the history because it also like low key coincides with our own history, in a sense. The history of connection. So for me, when I think about soap operas and what makes me so thankful for it, it's just because of like the nostalgia that it provides for me, pertaining to my family, like you. I've always stayed too. I've been watching soaps since I was in the womb. My mother loved her stories just like you. It was ABC for her. And I believe General Hospital for my nanny, which was her mom. But she didn't play about her CBS soaps. And that goes for both ends of the spectrum for my grandparents, whether it was my nanny on my mother's side or mama and granddaddy on my father's side. And those were CBS soaps. Both of the grandparents did not play about it. And I've said this before, but I'm actually named after Ashley Abbott from Young and the Restless. So that is, when I found that out, that was crazy to me. And I was just
Cutest story. Like,
it's like for real, I'm actually named after a soap opera character and I love me some soaps. The love even grew, I feel like when I was, oh my God, this is embarrassing, but let's just keep it above. Yes, I was one of those people when I was young as hell, writing letters to the soap opera people, just thanking them. I used to have a wall, I wish I had a picture, a wall just full of the things that they sent back to me. So of course it was like a picture in there, like photograph, hand, whatever, when he did an autograph for me. And I tell you, there was just mad soap opera people, mad soap opera people. Unfortunately, I had a house fire, so I really think like, unfortunately, all of that's gone. Wow. But like that's really what I used to do. So and then it was I'm only gonna be I was watching ABC, sometimes CBS. What made me enjoy CBS Young and the Restless was the Jabot storyline with like Mac and Billy. Like I became obsessed with that. And then I was like, I started to read up on it. Then I started to read up on all of the soap operas on CBS. So I kind of understood their history a little bit more. Oh my God. And then also then I decided to go into Days of Our Lives too when I was young. So I was watching all three networks with my co-pilot ready to go and record. And then I would have to have I subscribed to Soap Opera Digest when I was young too. So then that way I can keep up with all
you say like this size, like very small. Used to be in the stands, like right at the checkouts.
right at the checkout. Right at the checkout. And I was just like, no, I'm getting this mailed to me because I need to stay abreast of like all of my soaps, because I can only record one.
Yeah.
And then I used to be like, Mom, can you please turn to channel 7 after such and such go on? If she was home, she would do it. So then I could see General Hospital. Wow. So yeah, that is just I feel like it keeps me close to not only my grandparents, but especially like my mother, because
Yeah, I
talk about
agree.
that too. Like she's gone now. And then also kind of keeps a connection with me and my older sister. We're 12 and 16 years apart with my sisters. So, my oldest will sometimes call me. So, what do you know about this? What's going on? Why are they doing this? Like, type of thing. So, yeah, it just kind of keeps the connection going. So, I love me some soap, y'all. I can't help it. And I do love the fact, too, that now we have Beyond the Gates, which is centered on the core of a Black family again, knowing how Black people, especially Black women, we don't play about our soaps and we actually like watch them and enjoy them. We hasn't had a core Black family since Generation, which also needs to be streaming. I need Soap Opera Network back, something. So I can
Because, you know, I remember like it was like MTV Spring Break almost. Like they used to have the different so you want to be a soap star and then like following them around as far as like not like a Real Housewives, like a Real World like soap
yeah.
edition. Like it was so much with it.
Yep.
But it kind of makes me feel like too, where do you or when do you feel like the hype died down? Because Soap Opera Network was replaced with Disney Junior.
And that's no longer around either, I don't
Disney
think.
Junior is gone too. So like what do you think kind of stopped the hype
I
of Soap
feel I
Opera?
feel network investment because first it was, the OJ trials and people do love true crime. So
Yeah.
that took away from the soap operas being on like that. And then people started watching other things because, they were too busy with that trial. Then I think when I look at ABC and like Brian Franz, wow, he really kind of like put the nail in the coffin to me. Because one Life to Live in, All My Children did not need to be canceled. And what's crazy about it is they had higher ratings and than any of these cooking shows. So you were really trying to save on money, but in actuality, you wind up losing money Once because none of them cooking shows, a third and fourth hour GMA don't work. I think they were trying to figure out if they could save money, but at the end of the day, they wind up losing investors, viewership, and money. So I think like that had a lot to do with it, like trying to switch gears, do something different, save money, not having investment. Um, but it's weird because at the end of the day, like you'll always have a built-in fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Huh.
so to get rid of them was actually crazy. People still scream about all my children and one life to live. So
Be on people. I'm one.
exactly. People still scream about guiding light too, and as the world. Guiding light actually more than as the world turns from what I see. This is only from what I see. Um, so yeah, it's just really kind of like sad. I just think that really don't have the investment, and then that changed it all. Because even though we will drag a soap to the high moons and the heavens, we'll always come back. Like General House will be pressing on my last nerve. I've taken a lot of breaks from General Hospital throughout the
Took a
years.
lot of breaks throughout the years too. And I feel like whenever one of my breaks is going on, I go back to old episodes on YouTube.
Hmm.
Like, literally, I'm like, well, I'm going back to the passion, the drama, what it used to be, you
You know
know?
how many times I've literally watched Click Boom? Like, it needs to be studied, and people are probably concerned because I think for me, I remember it so vividly,
Yeah.
and that was the time where that changed everything for me. I think that's what it is about like Click Boom, and also I just thought Vanessa Marcel was just one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in my entire life when I was a child. When I was a child, so yeah, but. Let's talk a little bit about the soaps, especially like Beyond the Gates.
Okay.
Can I get this off my chest? You probably know what I'm gonna say.
Okay, so we got to make sure y'all know because we know how y'all be sometimes. I'm going to give a disclaimer. This is Ashley's opinion.
Yes.
But we don't know what she's about to say, but I'm only guessing to get it off her chest. Let's get it off your chest.
We've literally seen, in my opinion, we've seen Leslie, Dana, Anna Lulu, Sherry, and Eva for 3 weeks straight.
Mm.
3 weeks straight. This
Mhm.
week, Thanksgiving weekend makes it 3 weeks. They were on both the two episodes that they had. Don't even get me started on them taking another break. They could have had an episode on Wednesday. They could have. But we already know they don't have enough episodes or whatever. So they were on those two episodes this week, and then they were also on all the last week, and they were also on the week before. Now, the week before, I can't really remember if it was only 3 or 4 days, but it was the majority of the week. And I'm sitting there like what? Like, is it about them? Is it centered on them or is it centered on the Dupree family? Let me know. Cause I'm starting to get a little bit confused. And I also just hate how they got them looking so weak. They have the Duprees looking weak. This is supposed to be a powerful, wealthy family. They let them do whatever they want, and no one has any smoke for Eva after they found out that she slept with no mas. Like, are we serious right now? You couldn't even say nothing to me if I would have found out that about my family member. What?
Right.
I don't know. I'm just so annoyed. I need a break. I feel like I'm going through fatigue with those two characters just because they show them so much. Like they show them a lot. And if you want if you want me and some of the individuals that I know to be endeared to them, you can't show them all the time.
Yeah.
You can't have them constantly getting the one up on everybody, constantly
Yeah.
having the last word. Like it feels like it's their show, and I'm tired. But that was like my whole thing. But also, the whole cat situation really gets on my nerves. Once again, she really doesn't have anybody either. So
And she
that's
was
a
posting, she was like, for cat fans, it's gonna be a hard week. She's like, what are we calling us? Y'all hang in
she's
there.
so cute. She said, "Yeah, she know we tired." Yo, they see everything. Did you see that they had like a meme wall with
Yeah.
our complaints? Ooh.
There's Vanessa sleep with her own husband.
Like what? I love it though. I love that they're in on a joke. Brandon is constantly on like Twitter. being funny. TikTok sometimes. Oh my God, he responded to me a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. But yeah, like I love that. And I love that they have a tough skin. And also I feel like a lot of the times if you reply to someone who has something slick to say, they're not gonna go back and forth with you.
Hmm.
Nobody goes back and forth with Brandon when he says it. They just be like, oh, didn't expect because you don't expect them to see it or say anything back. You really don't. I'm just saying. So
It's a nice reminder that y'all people, we people. Like,
yeah, yeah. They're people, and that's why I always say you really have to, you know, split the character from the
yeah,
person. And
absolutely. Very important.
I say that quite often because some people unfortunately don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that was what was going on. Also, like I was saying with Kat, but I did really like how she stood up and she put herself first. She said, I gotta put myself first, Lucius. I put me first, okay? Because my thing is, you know that she does not get along with Eva.
At
Everybody knows that. So why would you even put that in the atmosphere for her to even, to come to it?
taking
It,
her side. Like, why is my sister that you slept with a factor in our relationship? Because you
it,
want to defend her and not defend me and paint me out to be the bad guy.
and it's with everybody, even her own mama, her daddy, her mama, her
Brother,
boyfriend, brother,
everybody.
everybody. And that's another thing. Martin pissed me off too because you sitting up here kikiing with her, talking about me behind my back.
Yeah.
And I hear everything. Now, and siblings do talk about each other. I'm not gonna lie, I talk about mine, and I know they talk about me, but we grew up together. There's a difference. You just met her not too long ago. You just found out that that was your sister. You know we don't get along. You know we don't see eye to eye. But you gonna sit there and talk about me behind my back, and then when you confront us, I'm supposed to look like the bad guy? Absolutely not. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. It's weird the way they treat Kat to me.
Okay.
But I think, oh God. So how are you also feeling just about the whole cat situation, her families, this, that, and the other?
Um, I feel like it's no validation. Like she gets gaslit a lot. Like
Yes.
her experiences, the way she feels like other people that has like infiltrated the family and like how things have played out, they go back and be like, "Oh, Kat was right," but it's no grace that's given to her for being right. Like it's no, "Oh, thank you, Kat, for your opinion" or nothing. It's like we're acknowledging this, but we're still not trusting you moving forward, and that's not fair. Like the whole thing with Martin and Samantha and Kat was like very hard to watch for me
Yes.
because it was like, bro, this your sister, your little sister at that, and you're completely
Mm-hmm.
disregarding her and making it seem like she's just out here being all type of Jezebels, like
Yep.
unfit.
Yes. But you know that what was also so crazy to me? So you're okay with Eva talking to Samantha, who actually did cheat, with Nomaz, but not Kat, who actually waited until she found someone to love and then engage in sexual activity. And please note, far from, people call it slut shame, far from that, because Eva could boink whoever the hell she wants to. Preferably, they should be single. Like, just stating that she could do what she want. But in my eyes, if I had a 15, 16-year-old daughter, I think Kat would be the one person I would like
Yeah,
for, then to speak to. So, no, yeah, I definitely, and also too, what you saying about the validation part, like I agree with that. It's not hard to say even if they were like, you know what, Kat, you was right.
right,
You was right, but
right.
unfortunately, this is where we are right now, and this is all I can do. So I'm gonna respect your decision and how you want to move about it, and I hope in turn you'll respect mine, but I'm not gonna force it on you. And that's why I think like Ted misses the mark a lot of the time.
Yeah,
And when Kat was like, "You talk about me being selfish, you are also being selfish," and I love that because she called him out because he is being selfish. He wants his family together, but
mm,
like, but what about what Kat wants? Because not only was your life destroyed too, Ted and Nicole, but also Kat's was too because she had her parents' relationship on a pedestal. You couldn't tell her nothing about her parents. And so that was demolished, really. And then also with the fact too that her sister slept with her boyfriend too. So it's two different processes that she has to deal with. Also, noting that your mother tried to kid the ill because I gotta remember we on Laura not once but twice. Like and you continue to help her. There's just so many things. I do believe once there are some consequences for Leslie, Dana, Honolulu, and Eva, I'll be a little bit better about them.
Yeah.
So, we'll definitely see like I don't know how that's maneuvering, but I'm tired of them. But I have to say, one of the bright spots. Oh, also going back, I did enjoy her speaking to her grand in Chelsea, but still, it just feels like it felt like they heard her, but they still wanted to sway her to another way.
Like
So,
they listened, but they didn't understand her perspective. Or they tried
yes.
to like you said, persuade.
Yeah, and like just let
Basically
her
saying,
be.
like what I'm saying is not important.
Exactly. And that when the grandma was like, now that's your brother, don't say that. And I was like, oh my God, that is so black. Like I was just like, that is one of the blackest things. His family is like that. And that I think sometimes family get it twisted. I don't have to just deal with you because you family. How
Nope.
you treat me does matter.
Yep.
And we get insight too about like how, Martin really is. Martin has a temper, anger issues. He needs to be in therapy. But they always let Martin slide.
Very feels like his way, very judgmental,
Hmm.
but like
Oh,
you
just
said,
like his
a lot of
mama. That's
mm,
why he's her favorite.
I'm with you when you right.
Hmm.
Because I'm with you when you're wrong too, Hill. And I feel like
We
I
see
feel
each other.
like I feel like a big part of it too is like, oh crap, did I lose my train of thought? We getting
Martin,
older. We getting older.
judgmental, just like his mama.
Judgmental, just like his mama. It was before that. It'll come back.
Hmm. Yeah, but no, that's fine. Yeah, like I don't know, and I always felt like sometimes, and maybe because like I have grown up with a whole bunch of boys. Granted, my mother wasn't like that,
Coming back.
but it just seems that they're wealthy. He's the first grand, and he's the only boy.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think a lot of times in black families too, we give the excuse of, oh, that's just how they are.
Yep.
I was gonna say. So like
Yeah.
it does just because that's how they are doesn't mean that it's something that I have to tolerate in my space.
Period.
And I think cat boundary for that is different for them because the Duprees are so much like, oh, we're Duprees, it's us against the world. But what
Mm-hmm.
happens when the Duprees are against each other?
Ooh. Yep. It does feel like the Duprees always want you to fall in line. I mean, because we can even go back to when it first premiered, them actually making Danny go to that damn wedding.
How about we
So,
as a united front?
exactly. And then, and they really need to have a scene with Danny and Kat because Danny was the only one who's really like in her corner.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're similar as far as personalities, like very strong willed,
mhm.
assertive, like
Yes.
I'm woman, hear me roar.
And I love that for them.
Yeah.
And it's really to their own. Like I said what I said, and let them be right. Then one of the people like, see, I told you. Like, so yeah, but other than that too, like I did really enjoy my most constant couple besides Vernon and Anita, my Andre and Danny, just loving on each other.
We've had some nice DeAndre scenes in the last couple of weeks, and
We
it
really
makes
did.
me nervous because I'm like, are y'all like getting us excited and the other shoe is going to drop?
Oh, you
Like,
know it, girl. You
what's
saw
going on? Like,
you saw Bill yesterday because they
I
had
saw
that
that
Thanksgiving.
Cascade commercial.
They little episode or whatever Thanksgiving episode yesterday, and he was feeling to be a part of the Duprees, like actively. And I'm like, he has more. To me, it feels like he has more an obsession of being a part of the Dupree's than really
Yeah.
like looking at what he did wrong to Danny and seeing the type of woman that he left behind. Um, so, but I did enjoy it. I said, suffer, Bill, suffer, please. But they did have a nice episode yesterday. Granted, I would have liked it to for it to be in their household rather than a country club with everybody there. I think it would have been amazing. But I also get like people doing their own thing too. Maybe next year it'll be changed. But shout out to the Danny and Andre scenes. It just really likes they're moving full steam ahead with them.
They
Love to see
so
it.
and they show organically. Like their chemistry is really nice. Like you could tell that they're friends off the screen. That's why it
Yep.
works so well. I
Hmm.
haven't really, loved a couple like this since one of my favorite super couples. So we shall see how it goes.
Definitely, definitely. We're gonna see because Bill, like I said, it's sniffing. So it's probably coming soon.
And he be out here throwing drinks every time she try to poison somebody that is not Bill. Like, baby, you can't be any more obvious anymore.
Anymore. Oh my goodness, how do you feel about Shanice and Ted?
I think I said I liked it, but I like Shanice.
Yep, I like Shanice too. Um, and I just like that there is another woman to go toe to toe. Like Leslie Dana Honolulu Sherry is really delusional. Like she's really stepping to her. Like, and she's taking care
Like,
of
she's my
Peaches. I'm gonna be nice to you. So yeah, I call Mona, Kat, um, who is it, June and Shanice like the Leslie Dana Honolulu destroyers because they're the only ones who are really gonna go toe to toe and actually have like a conversation and not let her walk all over them.
agreed.
Like
When Mona walked into Orphe Jeans, baby, I felt like I was shunned. She said, oh, I was
real
like,
quick,
I said, Mona,
Mona is not playing. It
see no
don't
evil, hear
matter.
no evil, speak no evil. She said, y'all see the devil sitting over there. Like, she was not playing.
And y'all think I'm gonna talk to them? Like, no, freak out of here with that. Oh my goodness, yeah. Thank God for them. Those four women are like really the saving grace when it comes to like confronting Leslie Dana and Honolulu Sherry because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Okay, let's go on to Bold. It really, I feel like wasn't anything for Bold because everything has been about I mean, let's see, look at me.
The other
Lunatic
L,
Luna. That's another one. And I feel like it's been that way for the past 2 weeks. She was, she escaped that. Also, I have seen people say it's been lazy, and I feel like it was abrupt and it was rushed. Like, I can definitely say that. Did you feel like that?
it makes me wonder, like, were they listening to us saying that this whole storyline was wrong, or the essay, how everything went down? So you were like, oh, well, they're not really feeling it. We're gonna lose ratings. Let's get it out of there. Boop, there it is.
I think it was that. I definitely believe it was that, and I also believe it had to do with the fact too that Lisa who plays Luna she was been leaving. She's
Mhm.
going to be in the new Legally Blonde movie, I believe. So it might be up like for her from there. So who knows? So I do feel like it was both because they were very irresponsible. Another irresponsible storyline that they
Yeah,
did. So
yeah,
like if you're gonna do that and not really talk about it, you just don't need to do it because obviously they used to handle stories with this with so much care in like the 80s, 90s, even in the early 2000s. But now it's just like, mm-mm. So yeah, but that was really what it was all about. And of course, like then she was contrite and apologizing, people chasing after her. It
yeah.
was just a mess. Gets hit by the car and now she's just gone. And apparently she lost the baby. And I was like, well, when did that happen? I was
Like,
like,
miscarriage has been confirmed. Okay, y'all.
and I do feel like that's gonna come back because I don't feel like she's dead. How about you? Okay, yeah, that face told me it all. She gonna come back with a
Pop up with a
baby.
baby. Yeah. Like,
It's not really over. Is it ever really over? How many times has freaking what's that lady name? Sheila supposed to be dead. Not only on Young and the Restless, but Bold and the Beautiful. So like two soaps. Was there anything? I feel like that was basically like it. There really hasn't been anything with Bold.
The Luna
Yeah.
Show, Katie and Bill reconnecting.
Oh yeah, they did that too. I don't know how sis did that. You was fiending after my sister, and you actually cheated on her after while I was in postpartum. No, 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 ma'am, no, sir. Like, no. Mm-mm. But people really do like them together.
Yeah.
Heather Tom be acting her little tushy off like always when she does, even though her character Katie was pissing me the F off too. A lot of them do. I just didn't like how she handled that whole situation with her son. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. Um, I don't know. So am I thankful for anything with Bo recently? Oh yes, my sin.
Yeah, they
That
had a moment. Had a couple.
uh,
Um,
about it.
yeah.
What about anything that you're thankful for them with them?
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Right. For now, like however you want to say it.
hmm I agree. I agree for now. And going back to BTG really quickly, what do you think for about the BTG?
Um, I'm thankful for the freshness, the newness of it,
Hmm
and the relatable storylines. Like not even just the storylines, but just the lines itself. Like
Feels current.
very current.
And also how they use like, texting,
Exactly.
social media. Like they're very much in tune. So I do love that. And I think for me, why I'm thankful for BTG is just because it's nice to see a black core family on a soap. Now they piss me off too a lot, but all my soaps piss me off. So
Mhm.
that's normal. But they also give me great moments, like the Danny and Andre moments of it all. When Andre told Ashley, like, nah, B, I'm good. I got a wife and I think I'm in love. So like things like that like get me 20 million times. And since we're talking about things that we really do like, let's go on to Days of Our Lives. They had their 60th. Oh my God. I was like, oh, so great.
I mean, they pay attention to history, I feel like, more than some of the other soaps.
Yes.
They're very respectful for the people who have dedicated a lot of their lives to the craft
Yes. Yes.
more than the other soaps. So yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, no, it was super duper nice. I was eating it up
Yeah.
completely. Um, and just like seeing the flashbacks of Susan Seyfried Hayes, she was gorgeous. She still looks great, but she was just, oh my goodness, she was so young. And I was just like, wow. Then seeing like Susan Rogers with her and her red hair. And don't even get me started on Susan Flannery. I, I said, wow, y'all had to pay her.
It's a bunch of Susans.
Susan B. Flannery, like I love her, and I've never seen the clips of her playing Laura Horton. She was the first person to play Laura Horton, like first one to get a daytime Emmy in 1975 for her role as Laura Horton for Days, specifically for Days, I believe. So don't quote me on what I think. But I was just like, oh my God, Susan Flannery as Laura Horton. I was just like, and it was multiple clips. Like I was like, this is great. And they really talked about too, like the Horton history and how like Bill, great Laura, and they had a child together because Mickey was unable to have a child. Like things like that was also like groundbreaking. And I believe William J. Bell, legend, you are missed. Hope you're resting peacefully. But as the way you're bold and beautiful and young and the rest of us is going, I don't know, you're probably pissed. But
Cup, you know I like to drink when you being shady.
it is too
I'm looking
early.
for my water like
Because like those are things that he did. I was just like legendary stuff. Oh my, and then them talking, we had scenes about John Black and Isabella. Oh my God, it was just so many. And I know people are like, oh my God, it's just the mirror all the time. Lately, they did lessen up on it lately. I don't know what the future holds because they did drop a preview. Um, but hopefully they'll find that balance.
Hmm.
for like all of the families, and we'll see. But I have to say the preview for me was hitting on some pieces, especially when I'm about to tell you guys, if you haven't seen the preview, I'm about to talk about it now. They they had Chanel say she's pregnant, and Johnny looked like he was going to lose it. I was like, oh my God, because you got to think about it. They have the young kid, who was born in what, like July or June, something of that. So probably somewhere between 6 and 8 months. And now if she's pregnant, that's two children.
He said,
It's-
I just told you I wanted to be a daddy after I thought about it. And you was like, boom. Like,
How about that one, but two? So yeah, like wow. So I was like eating it up. Thought that was like great too. And I'm just praying for please, a responsible Black maternal health storyline for Chanel. And that includes Johnny. And we can go from there. And also, it was funny, like, seeing, and I think you probably, maybe, I don't know, was it you who said that too? Because Trey is still hooting and hollering. But it also may be because it's an adjustment phase. He was with a family for like months. So he
yeah,
has to learn these new people.
yeah. Which
I,
is, I think, causing them even more disarray. But couples therapist here, that is one of the biggest things that new parents face. Like, how are we adapting to this new baby? How are we maintaining ourselves as a couple? How are
mm,
we maintaining ourselves as individuals throughout it? So, like, especially with the preview of her being pregnant moving forward, it's
yes.
going to cause well, how they're probably playing it out is just going to cause a rift in the relationship.
That's what I'm thinking because he looked like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like what? And she's gonna be excited because she's been
Yeah.
wanting to be. She's been wanting to be pregnant for like over
She
a
been
year
on the
now.
baby for a long time with her husband,
Yeah,
and it's nothing wrong with that.
yeah. I think Chanel's gonna be like over the moon, and he's gonna be stuck.
Mhm.
So,
Right. You did it though.
yes.
I'm just
Um, and then also, I think the last for me is Rachel.
mm, baby girl found out some shit that she didn't know, and now she over here traumatized. She
Word.
didn't know he was shooting people before that. So like, what's going on?
What is happening? Like Rachel is woo child. That child needs some
Kidnap,
significant help.
kidnap me? Yeah,
Si-
word.
Significant kidnapping people, drugging people, basically poisoning people in a sense. You knew Sarah was allergic. Granted, she had what is it? A cause of consciousness to like snatch it up and stop it, but it was too late. But also, why is that her first thing to do? Her impulsiveness is on another level at this
Yeah,
point in time. And this is when I'm like, y'all people, can talk about adoptions and this, that, and the other. You cannot tell me that Kristen and Rachel are not true and blue Damaras, as well as Blake's, because she got a crazy grandmother, but also like they're very vengeful, murderous people, and they both do that. They both do that. It doesn't matter about a bloodline. At the end of the day, like that's just what it is. So, yeah, she's just been doing a lot. I am happy that she finally remembered that she pumed EJ. Um, yeah, so that I was just like, Dad, girl, you trying to hurt her too? I think she felt the reason why she felt guilty is because she started to realize that Sarah really did love her as a child, and like she's contrite and sorry about it. And then I think that's why Rachel was like, if I'm being honest, I really don't think that Rachel has had someone like Sarah. They try, but she already had a connection that was low key built in there with Sarah. So she's
yeah,
able to hear her a lot more, whether if it was a Chloe or an Ava, because I think she still feels something there.
I
So
agree.
when Sarah was just like about being all that, sorry and contrite and whatever, you can kind of see like Rachel's face fall and then
Yeah,
trying to like, save. But for her to tell Brady too, I was like, okay, they picking up. And I just was like, Belle, support your brother this time. You are not a lawyer. Like I had to like let that go. Yeah. That's just me. Really quick. Oh, and before we move on, I have to say too, I'm actually really excited once again that they are staying true to having Theo kind of immersed more in a Demira.
Yeah, agree, agree, agree. I like the character. I like the way he acts.
It's
Like,
different.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm excited because that's also going to allow Abe to have more of a story.
absolutely. Which you have been talking about for months.
Word.
Like,
Word. And let's let this shit pop. Let's get this popping. Like, because I just want to see how they're going to, maneuver that. Like, he is a Demira. And Lexi, she had her moments of being a true blue Demira as well. So let's see how that works. Anything else for days?
no, I would say what I'm thankful for days is that the diversity within storylines, not even just like actor portrayal, but topics.
Oh, definitely. I would say like too, I love how the Hernandez they have the opportunity to speak their native language. They
Yeah.
do need to show Melinda Trask a little bit more, but she's on there too, along with, Sophia Choi and Amy Choi. And then also, love my black people. I just feel like they are also not forgetting about the LGBTQI plus community. I have to I want to make sure I say everything right. Them as well. They represent very well. They try to anyway. So I feel like they're one of the only few soaps who have done that. Probably besides like BTG, if we're being honest. Yeah. And I think what I'm thankful for too when I think about days, I just feel like I think for me it was just how they really commemorated their soap opera for 60 years. And it felt like they really did something for the fans that
Hmm.
I feel like sometimes soaps don't do. We revel off of flashbacks and talking about the history and kind of like grounding.
Agreed, agreed.
And I feel like they tied that all in together and then had a very, special event with like all of the families and things and that. Now, Sean Douglas should have been there, but I'm gonna let that pass, y'all. That Horton Brady should have been there, but I'm gonna let them cook
I
because
was just reaching for my cup. I'm not. I'm in a different area, y'all. Like,
I'm gonna let them cook. Sometimes I'll be like, Ashley.
child.
And now let's moving on. Let's go with General Hospital.
You know, I've really been liking Port Charles the last couple of weeks. Port Charles has had a lot of, and I'm not going to call it General Hospital because we really don't see the hospital too much. But Port Charles has had a lot going on the last couple of weeks for sure. My young adult teenager scenes, y'all up
Oh,
running it. Can we talk about Geo and Emma?
yes. What we
I
saying
love
about this?
their scenes together.
They are cute.
You know, when Geo first came, we was like, "Who's this boy on the violin? What he got going on?" Geo,
Yeah,
Geo is a passion actor. Like Geo in those scenes when Emma, like right before Rocco got arrested or
passionate.
trying to figure out, he was like, "This is my brother," and then like Emma just, I don't know. I like them. I think they can go far in the soap opera world as far
Yes.
as like I like them. I see something in them.
I agree. I feel like you're completely correct about Dio and Emma. And also their couples are lacking that passion and that
Yes,
chemistry, but
and
they
you got
have
this
it.
young couple here.
That
That's
has
like
it.
I like it.
Because you destroyed all your other couples that had it for the past 3 years. But at least, please just stick with these ones. Let them be great. General Hospital, let them be great. And it's so funny when you're talking about the teen scene and slash the young adults. And when I say the young adults, I'm only referring right now to Gia and Emma. Because
Yeah.
I what they got going on with Joss is absolutely abhorrent, and they don't got ish going on for my girl Trina. So we're just sticking with them for right now. Um, it felt like a real low key. They're actually trying to do an umbrella story, and this is what I'm like. This is what I'm used to. So you pull the teens in, they do something freaking stupid, and now the adults and the veterans somehow get in it. You trying to give
Get
Laura
together. because when you think about it, you got Sunny, Laura, and if I go back and forth between their real names and their character portrayals, y'all know who I'm talking about. We
You
got Sunny, Laura, Jason, we got Dante, we got Lulu in the scenes, we got Alexis coming out the woodwork,
yep.
like because the young adults are connected to so many people.
So many. And that whole teen sector, I feel like it could be leading up for greatness if they just do it right. Just
Right.
do, because low key they had something there too with Trina, Cam, Josh,
Yeah.
and Spencer, and they just blew that all to hell. So now you are actually forming another one. So please don't blow this all to hell. And it has the veterans in it. Like,
If you are wanting to go back and see some of that Sprina
I'm too
stuff,
traumatized.
those are the things right now that's playing on Prime.
Yeah, I'm too traumatized. I can't even, and I
Right.
was such a Sabrina fan, yeah. Like it was heavy. But how they treated the Sabrina.
Seeing him no more either. All about that the other day.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
still acting, but I
He
digress.
yeah, no, he apparently he definitely is. I wish him nothing but the best and I hope his success continues, but we you rarely see him anymore. But yeah, I'm so traumatized by how General Hospital did that whole teen scene, and now it's just like, okay, so Spencer is gone. I don't know. I feel like they should have been still leading breadcrumbs to him coming back. Recast
Came back.
Cam.
Nathan came back, but Spencer can't come back.
It's weird, and just recast Cam. You do need more. Like, I'm sorry, Trina and Josh. They need more people around them that's in their age group. And right now,
Y'all done
gee.
put Gio and Emma with Danny down.
And also that's and I'm just like, y'all put them together with the teens when they should be really with the other young adults, and then that could have also been kind of their forte into like seeing what was wrong because they're still in college, you know. But then I also understand and I like what they did with the teens and putting them in there because not only does it allow the teens to have a storyline, it also allows for the vets. Like Laura Vining, Weber, Baldwin, Spencer, Collins deserves a story. she
The way she
she's
did that slap down on
yes,
Professor Cross,
it
it
was
was
like,
such a clean slap.
and she still won the
And then
election.
he kept talking. Like, and I ain't gonna slap you and wait for it to sting. I'm coming back on my words. That's an old school slap.
Jeannie said, "This is why I'm a legend." Okay, I'm that girl that saved General Hospital back in the day, and she was. As problematic as Luke and Laura are, they did save General Hospital. Yeah, and I can't. They were about to cancel it.
I can't
So
dispute it.
yeah, like, but I am, after the huge fumble with bringing Jonathan Jackson back and rarely having him in scenes with Jeannie Francis, which was the whole reason of why he came back, you deserve to give the good sis a story. So for them to kind of like, parlay into this, that I think is great. And I just hope they don't do another Pikeman and fumble or another Esme and fumble because they kept her on too long. That was like torture. So I'm just like praying that they don't fumble because it could really be great. Because like as you were saying, you have all of the vets. You have Laura, Sunny, Alexis, Lulu, Dante, my boy Don. Ooh, he's so. Ooh, Dom, you be doing it, Dom. I just say that. Even though I be the way he
Yeah,
wants to bring
Commissioner,
all.
Commissioner Falconari.
I know, Commissioner.
I'm
Also,
so proud. I feel like an
Fi-
auntie.
Fiona must be on vacation because we haven't seen anything
She got
since.
taken. They probably forgot. She probably still sitting in that room screaming.
Exactly. Fiona on vacation. We play Anna. She got to be on vacation because I'm just like, at least since they kidnapped her, we ain't see nothing.
Nothing, nothing.
But Dom is really doing it as Dante, and also want to say too, we've been screaming this. Dom deserves to be in a leading role, and you are finally doing it. Kudos. I will always give GH their flowers when they deserve it and when they earn it.
Yeah, I feel like right now they doing it. They doing some
Hmm.
things. They stirring the pot. They cooking. Like
Yep.
with this whole Nathan storyline. I mean, because I literally for the last couple of weeks was like, so we gonna let him join the police force. We gonna let
Crazy.
him play with James. We gonna let him go to dinner with the families. But ain't nobody asked this man where he been. Y'all just don't care that he don't even know where he been.
Ex-
Y'all just said pick it up where he left off. Y'all ain't nobody else concerned but Deneen. Like I've literally been watching like so ain't nobody so he get a badge. Like we don't even
It was
know.
that easy. What happened to his death certificate?
Like this said he just picked up where he left off. Like and now we know, oh, you got some stuff going on with you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sometimes it takes some time, but I hope that GH stays the course. But
Yeah.
we already touched on like Trina and Joss, and I will say this. What really gets on my nerves with the whole Trina has no story. Her parents' story is not her story.
Our parents' story ain't their story. It's tied into Drew and who killed and who shot him. Like
Exactly. That's a whole nother thing too. And I'm looking like, why do y'all have her so invested? And I don't care that she said, oh, she got used to them being together. I don't give a damn. Not in 2 years. These
not the
these
same because
these two people been having issues since they said I do. Like even before.
before they found out at the wedding that he was the daddy.
Like, are we being so for real? But she's begging for her parents to be together. I'm gonna need you to do better. Nigel Campbell, one of the breakdown writers, you need to do better because Trina's never been a beggar. She's always been feisty, says what she has to say, but I feel like that feisty energy is going towards the wrong person. So
because it's going toward Jordan too. Like as
yes,
far as like you broke up my parents. Da, da, da. That
that's
was her husband first. Like
exactly. And he left her because she quote unquote lied, and that lie was to be able to ensure that her son was still going to be alive. I'm sorry, this marriage will always take a back seat when it pertains to my kid. So, like, and
her
I just
son who was your nephew. Oh, okay.
exactly. Curtis is so sanctimonious, and that's what always gets on my nerves. And people can also say, "Oh, but Portia cheated. She cheated after he left her." So let's get that. Let's get that. So is it really cheating?
And
So
she cheated, but that's how y'all got together in the first place to get with Trina. Is she cheated? And if I would remember correctly, then you didn't even know she was cheating.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and that's like I feel like it's another redo of Trina's paternity without Trina being involved. So you have this like 50 some odd woman having a baby, which happens, and because I might be 50 something having a baby.
Hey,
Anything's possible.
hey,
Sign me up for geriatric pregnancy.
hey.
So it is what it is, but it's just the fact that, I don't believe that this should have been Portia's story. She could have had any story. It could have just been her cheating with Isaiah constantly, and then also with Curtis cheating with Jordan, and then having that blow up. It didn't necessarily have to be a paternity baby, but anyways, like going back to Trina, I will always take issue because, and then they want to skirt around the issue about saying Taggart. They refuse to say his name. And I think that's why some fans in particular, and I'm some fans, I am one of them who gets annoyed. So it's okay for Mac to be a father to three girls who aren't his and have it be known, but Taggart doesn't get the same respect. That man has been on screen on and off since like 1995. Please be so for real. And I'm sorry, I'm never ever going to like Curtis like that until that paternity or is given Taggart the respect that he deserves.
Yeah.
But get my girl out of their story. Like she does not need. She is. I'm sorry. In my 20s, I'm not thinking about my parents still being together. I'm not. I got other things going on. I'm sad it didn't work out. We'll see how the future goes. But I don't see a 20 something year old who's on the path of graduating from college worried about her
They've been in
freaking
school for
parents
a
getting a
long
divorce.
time. I'm gonna throw that out there too. Y'all been in school for a long time.
Yep.
Let them kids graduate. Let them do something different. But I also feel like
Yes.
they're making Trina Steffi 2.0, and
Ugh.
it's draining over there on CBS and it's draining over here on ABC.
Oh, I hate that for us because they in their 40s still talking about their parents being together on board. Steffi and freaking Thomas, my God, today. So and now my girl Trina is on that same power like yeah. So hopefully I'm hoping for, something different with them, but kudos on the teen story. Kudos on Gio and Emma, but you still have a lot of work to do. And I also feel like now the Who Shot Drew is being drawn out too long. And that's also another problem with General Hospital. they draw things out for too long, and then you stop caring.
And then you get other things like you get sidetracked because you have the multiple big stories at the same time because
Hmm.
we don't know who shot Drew, but now we all trying to figure out if what's going to go on with the teens, what's going on with Dalton. Now Dalton dead, he in the trunk, who gonna frame Lord? Like it's all these
Yeah,
things. Pick one big one, have everybody support it, do some type of hostage, plane
something.
crash, river flood,
Tornado.
or something, and bring it to a head and be done with it. Like that's what the people want.
Yes.
This is what we want.
That's all.
Like,
I don't think we ask for much. I really
we
don't.
don't
And
ask
then
for much.
don't forget too, we got him leaving Ned as he had a freaking heart attack. I can't wait for Tracy to find that out. And that's
I
another one too. They
tell
haven't said anything. Well, they haven't shown him since.
and he's supposed to have surgery and he was trying to come up out of it. When I tell you, I think I had missed Monday's episode and I turned on Tuesday and I seen Ned out there laying on the ground outside of Kelly's. You
Oh
told me
Lord.
that wasn't my uncle, baby. I called my mama like, what? What happened to Ned? Why is Ned out here like she? Oh yeah, he had a heart attack and Drew left him
Left him.
in the street. I was hot, y'all. I was like, Ned don't do nothing to nobody.
No, no, mm-mm. He
Ned
don't.
don't- and and I knew Jason was gonna show up at that hospital. Jason loved him some Ned.
Low
And
key, he
Jason don't
do.
love nobody else in that family. Jason didn't love Ned since the 90s when he
Yep.
took Michael to go be introduced to Ned and was like, he cool, but the rest of them,
And
he
Lila. And Lila.
Lila, yep, yep. He's
Everybody else he
like,
had to work on. Then it was like, okay, Monica. Okay, girl. Like you all right, you love me.
Jason was
Damn.
at the hospital like, so what's going on? Like, he family today.
I do eat it up when Jason. I like that it's still Jason Morgan, but trying to maneuver, the Quartermain.
Yeah,
I like that. I like it.
family,
He know what it is. So yeah, I just and that's the thing too. We just waiting for them now to find out about him leaving him, and that's been what 2 weeks now.
They probably forgot Ned. Ned sitting in the hospital bed.
Mm-hmm.
Anna sitting in the handcuffs, still screaming. It's just a lot. They be forgetting. They be
Yes.
forgetting. Hell,
Um,
Martin's still upstairs.
Martin is hiding now. They's like, we used you for the plot device. All
Kevin,
right, so sending you up there now. We'll come back
Kevin's
later.
still upstairs.
Oh yeah,
Kevin,
Kevin ain't coming back. She's like, oh, you're in Ireland or Dublin. One of those. I can't
because
call you.
he ain't even did no appearance to come back and watch her be the mayor again. Ain't
He
ain't
ain't.
did
John ain't
like,
coming back. He said, I'm having too much fun over as Joey on BTG. I'll see you when I see you.
he having fun. Mm.
You're like, I get to bang women. I get to be evil again. This is great. Like,
Like he having fun.
word. Is there anything that you're thankful for General Hospital?
I'm thankful for General Hospital.
Oh, just as a whole?
Yeah, like thank you for being one of my comfort shows. Thank you for had given me the opportunity to feel when I need to feel. Like sometimes
Mm,
I need like certain scenes, certain things to evoke like feelings out of me.
yes.
So thank you for giving me that on YouTube.
Oh, I love that. Um, for me, what I can say I'm thankful for Click Boom because I still get my life. And I'm also thankful that, that they hired Becky, which allowed me the opportunity to meet her. She's so nice and she is so freaking sweet. And also just thankful for General Hospital and the fact of like it allowed me to meet people who have a passion for soaps, like I have a
Yeah,
passion for soaps
that's real. That's real.
because I didn't know that they still existed, and I have to say, and off of that, it has to be thankful for Sprina, even though I am severely traumatized by it. If it wasn't for Sprina and me being on Twitter to like meet some of the people I've met, like Jaree, like Lakendra, like Charlicia, like these are people who are now like friends. You know what I'm saying? So, and these are just a couple of people. I've met so many more people who have just
Know that
been
it's a community and not just like a older community as well.
They're like our age. I'm like, oh
So
snap.
that's nice to know.
It's so nice to know. So like Sprina fandom, the Liaison fandom, I'm extremely thankful for both of them because like I didn't know people were out there like me. So-
That's real. I can say that with my J Sam. Like
Mhm.
I knew we were out there, but I didn't know we were out there my age out there. Like y'all out here like fangirling like I'm fangirling. So it's
Exactly.
you have
People,
your
and if people think that something is wrong, I'm gonna be on my best friend. She actually, during the height of Sprina and being upset too, she was really concerned. She was like, "You don't even know these people. Like, are you okay?" Like, and I'm like, "Girl, I promise. I also know the difference between real versus real. Like, I'm okay. It just feels nice to have people who are just as passionate as I am." And
it
once
was
I
me
explained it, she
Sam
got
dad. When Sam dad they was over here doing wellness checks
it.
because I was in like you literally took this lady that's been
For no
a
reason.
consistent like figure in my life for
Mm-hmm.
20 plus years. Like I know I can go on even when I take my breaks, I could go on and be like, look at
Yep.
y'all say y'all finna kill her. But I will say when it was leaked, I think it was leaked like a month and a half, almost 2 months
Like
prior
in
to when it
August. Yeah.
was. So like yeah, it was some anticipatory grief. Like, okay, I know this is about to happen. But if I had just watched it and didn't know that that's what was going to happen,
Ciao.
I probably would have had to like do it involuntary on myself because y'all didn't even like ease into it.
Yes. No, it was abrupt.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's my issue. I feel like sometimes they're so abrupt.
Yeah.
And that goes with stories as a whole. Like certain ones would just because even like we talked about with days, like no, not with days, it was with both. It could just be so abrupt sometimes. It's just like, wait, what? Like this is like, where did this happen? So yeah, I definitely understand that. Now Young and the Restless, I will say this is the only thing I'll say about it is that Sharon and well, Sharon Case using real name, Sharon Case and Roger Hawthorne. That's another one that gets me tripped up. They have some amazing scenes and they really do play off each other. Like Roger is a great actor for soaps.
He
He
is.
just is. If you give
Yeah,
him the story,
he is.
he'll do it. So that's all I really have to say about Young and the Restless. Why am I thankful for Young and the Restless? Besides my Nadra that they have completely demolished. Just going back to like olden times and hearing about Young and the Restless, like giving the Winters like a real story and not just having them be just a family that's there. Like I've heard about the Barbara Winters and just like Olivia and everything of that nature and what they brought to it. And they also had a super couple in Neil and Drew. I don't care what anybody says. That was a super couple, just like All My Children's Jesse and Angie. I said what I said.
Mm,
And I do believe that they actually William J. Bell took care of the stories with care, and he also acted like Black people have stories
yeah.
and can be talked about. Now, where is some that was a little bit, what's the word, stereotypical? Yes, I'm not gonna lie and say no, but sometimes it takes time for people to really like understand. So, you know,
I
I
agree.
know you don't really watch Young and the Restless.
I was gonna say I'm thankful for them being young and restless and
Lately,
for
it's generic and restless.
back some of my faves,
Hmm.
So you got Tamara back on there, you got Roger back on there. I think it was somebody else.
Days, Lucas Adams, I think is his name.
Yes,
He played Trip. Griffin from General Hospital, he's
yes,
on there.
yes. So I'm like, you brought back some familiar faces. So like shout out to you.
And they also stole Billy Flynn from Days. But we don't gotta talk about that. Yo, I am shady. I give you a compliment, give you a shade. Right. But and also I just have to think too, like, and this is just going off the topic as well. The TikTok for the soap wire. Thank you guys. Like we've been engaging, we've been talking. You guys are literally amazing. I believe we have almost 900 followers right now.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I got
Over
you on TikTok is what you're saying. Got you.
yeah. So come on over to TikTok to soap.wire is the TikTok name. Over 15,000 likes. Like you guys enjoy our commentary about it, and it's just very appreciative of it. And I do appreciate the majority of you are very, very respectful, which I do love too. So thank you so much. And I just love that we're able to have discourse, whether we agree or disagree. So yeah, that I just wanted to shout out them. Also noting, please feel free to follow us on Instagram as well, soap_wire. Follow us on Blue Sky. So thank you also to Blue Sky, those who follow on Blue Sky, because that was probably the first time we almost had like close to 2,000 people follow us as well. And that was our first venture into it. So thank you so much for that. The likes, the comments. Y'all had the Susan Flannery tweet was over like 200 likes. So we see you. Like I shouldn't say tweet, I should say Blue Sky post or whatever. I forgot the name for it. But thank you so much for that too. Help us out with Instagram a little bit, yeah. Like
And I
that's
feel like
the
that be my app. I be on Instagram the most. I be on Twitter sometimes. But I'm gonna be more active on TikTok. So when y'all see me over there, say hey.
yes, like we
I
are
be on
actually
book
very
talk.
nice.
Like my book talk
Oh,
be
you're on book talk.
yeah.
I think for personally, I'm when personally for TikTok, when I'm on there, not on the soap wire, I'll just be listening to people talk and their commentaries and their views. That's like me. So yeah, it's intriguing. So definitely, guys, if you had the opportunity, continue to support, and those who are already supporting, thank you so much. It is known and it's noted, and we definitely appreciate it. Now, if you want to follow us, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, The Blad Place, and as well as I think, well, those two are Lady2Wise_ASA. TikTok is Lady2Wise_ASA312. And lastly, for Blue Sky, it is Lady2Wise underscore oh sorry, Lady2Wise no underscore ASA. So thank you. Nee.
I am on Instagram NEEN_Amanda NEEN_ the therapist. Twitter, kiss my underscore Neen. TikTok, Neen_ Amanda.
And with that, we hope that you have a joyful and wonderful Thanksgiving. Shout out to the indigenous people always. And continue to follow us. Noting again, December 1st, the week of December 1st, we will not have a recording. We will be back the week of December 8th, and it should drop on December 10th. If there's any other changes, we'll probably post on Blue Sky. And with that, thank you so much for joining the Soapwire podcast brought to you by the TV Cave. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, and bye, guys.